Okay, so I'm actually at Manor Farm Leisure, which I've not been to for ages. I cannot remember the last time I fished a match here. So, due to the pandemic, coronavirus, gotta hate it, and everything else that's going on. So, cheers, Gary Watts, for running the matches. 21 of us turned up today, so there was 9 of us on Windmill and 12 on Middle Pool. For those who don't know it, I've drawn peg 7 Windmill, which is a lovely peg. I can't remember ever fishing it. Definitely would love to have another go at it, because I definitely made a few mistakes today. It took me just under 2 minutes to get my first fish, so happy days. The lake is absolutely full of fish. There's no two ways about it. There's loads of F1s in there. Admittedly, the fish that I was catching were on the small side, obviously very welcome, but to do any good, I quickly realised that I needed to catch some bigger fish, and it didn't really quite happen. I mean, I think maybe I forced it a bit too much on the far bank, and I should have been maybe just a tiny bit more sort of patient. I've definitely done the right thing of putting a lot of bait down the edge against the pallet of peg 6, which is not even exaggerating, probably only about 12 inches deep, 10 inches deep. And I do not understand how these 15-pound plus fish can get in that depth of water and not even be seen. It's unreal. Sometimes you literally put your rig in and it starts to move, and you know then there's one there. I've caught maggots down the edge. Cupped in some seafood at Spander Mix. Actually, I fed about 1 kilo of ground bait today on that one line, 2 pints of micras and 2 pints of maggots. So I fed a lot of bait against that pallet. I probably wish I was a bit more aggressive sooner. When that wind stopped down the edge, I've had a nightmare. Basically, I've had 3 and 3 puts down the edge for about 35 pounds. So I've had literally 10 minutes, 35 pound, happy days. And then it's just gone a little bit iffy. Didn't fish stupidly heavy, just fished an 020 rig to 017 bottom. Always want to fish hook length, to be honest with you. I did pull out of a couple, never got broke. To be honest with you, that Colm Extreme line's so strong that I love it. So would highly recommend that line, to be honest. Used it for years. Used it probably over 10 years now. So you know. Wouldn't want to change it, to be honest. And the same across, I've just fished an 018 main line and then just an 012 hook length. I just fished a banded 6mm pellet, nothing fancy, and just literally rattled in 4 mils and a few micras. The odd 6mm pellet. To be honest with you, they wanted the micras, to be honest. I was worried I'd catch too many small fish, but looking back at it, watching myself back, should have just ticked away, really. Just try to push the peg a bit too hard. Story of my life. You can watch the rest of the video if you wish. I have speeded it up in a sec, so it does go quite fast. You can see that I start chasing my tail a little bit. The battery did run out, so it doesn't show me catching any big fish down the edge. There is a photograph of me catching a decent sized fish. So I had 25 pound of small stock ears. Bearing in mind they probably average 6, maybe 8 ounce tops. A few of them were even smaller. Some of them were only about 4 ounces, so there's plenty of fish to be had. To be honest with you, I can't wait to go there in the winter. Hopefully there'll be some matches over the winter. Definitely a lake that's going to be worth a lot of bites. So you got to be mindful though, because obviously you got to catch the right sort of target fish. I felt that £100 would probably be of a good weight today, and would be needed, which it was. So £119 won the match, which was Chris Newton on peg 26 on Windmill. So if you could look at the picture now, or look at the video rather, you can see the silver car. That's his vehicle, and he's caught a maggot shallow. So fair play to him. And he ain't even fished that far out. I think he's fished maybe 11, 13 metres. So he's not fished really, really far out. So fair play to him. And he's caught a few big ones down the edge as well, maggots. So I was quite lucky because I've had, like I say, 25 pound of stock ears. I've had 10 pound of probably original F1s. Probably only had about 6, maybe 7. so none of them great big ones. And then I've had 8 decent carp down the edge, 2 of which were double figures. So I was a little bit lucky. I did pull out of a couple, which is a bit frustrating. And just pulled out of a fish there. It just happens. It's quite windy, and there's also loads of little fish across there. So yeah, look forward to coming back, to be honest with you. Hopefully, Dave, the owner, will run some matches maybe in the new year when the whole world sort of pulls itself back together, I guess. Anyway, look after yourself. If you're going out tomorrow, I believe it's going to be a wet one, so make sure you've got some decent waterproofs. I'll catch you soon. So just to note, the rest of the video is just speeded up because some people like to see what you do the whole match. This is unedited, but obviously just sped up. So this is going 8 times faster, as I just feel the video be just over an hour long, and it'd probably be a little bit boring, to be honest. But for those who want to watch it, then fair enough, carry on watching it. But for me, that's me signing off now. See ya.